President Trump just days away from announcing his decision on DACA, but this morning there's word he may keep part of that program and allow 800,000 of those already enrolled to stay in the country. Here to debate, former Hillary Clinton Director of Strategic Communications, easy for me to say, Adrian Elrod, and former Trump campaign spokesperson Katrina Pierson. Sorry, I haven't had my coffee. Good to see both of you this morning. Adrian, you said this report in the New York Post this morning, if true, is a good thing. 800,000 kids could stay if this is part of the president's plan. Why is that a good thing?
Well, look, it's a good thing because it does mean that 800,000 dreamers can stay in this country and other individuals who are protected under DACA, but it's not enough. We've got to have a permanent solution in Congress so that these people are not living in limbo. Again, when you look at the economics of the situation, those protected under DACA contribute over $460 billion to the economy as projected over the next 10 years. These are teachers, doctors. Many of these people are first responders in their communities. And of course, as we know, there have been reports about people who are in Houston who are DACA recipients who have contributed to the recovery efforts in Houston because they are first responders. So these are people who America is all they've known. Many of these people came over here when they were 2, 3 years old. It is absolutely inhumane to send them back to their country, and I hope that this will instigate an argument and a debate so that we can actually have a permanent solution to this issue in this country.
Katrina, inhuman is what Adrian said. You're shaking your head.
Of course. Well, you know, that's every response from the left to anything that the right wants to do for the right reasons, particularly putting Americans and their families first. But Clayton, I got to say, this is a false argument. The 800,000 kids that they're claiming are going to stay because if he decides to keep it, are going to stay anyway, simply because the president has clearly stated that this was not going to be on his priority list when it comes to enforcing the immigration laws. And I agree, this absolutely has to be a congressional solution. But this president is also the rule of law president. DACA is unconstitutional. This is something that President Obama did as an overreach because Congress failed to act. This was because the Gang of 8 bill failed. The people did not want that. Amnesty is not great for this country. We've tried it. It did not work. The borders were not secure. There is no border wall at this point.
Well, what
and we
about
have to
the
get
money?
Those things done
Katrina,
first.
and I'll get both of you to respond to this. Katrina, first, though, what about the money? You know, Apple, Google, Facebook, all these big companies last week sent an open letter to the president saying, look, this is going to cost the economy billions in Social Security funds that they pay into, billions for the economy of these workers. What about the money side of this?
Well, I think the money side of this is just a shiny object because essentially the debate is about keeping an unconstitutional law on the books to benefit people who broke the law. And I think that is where this argument remains. The president should absolutely get rid of DACA and let Congress work this out. This is not like these people are going to be rounded up and deported because he already said that was not going to happen, money aside.
Adrian, Congress?
Well, look, first of all, I don't think that you can dismiss the economic argument. Again, these are people who have been here for years and years and years. To try to send children who came over here with no say and no skin in the game when they were 2, 3 years old, to send them back to a country where they have no connections, no relationships with, is completely, it's an inhumane thing. But again, the economic argument is important. I think it's important to listen to the CEOs like Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett, who signed this open letter, because the economic argument is, I think, something that, regardless of how you feel about the immigration status, people can wrap their heads around.
Deportation isn't even an option. It's
time.
a false argument. The president has already said that.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Kelly and Conway straight ahead on our show. We'll be right back.